Real life, real talk, real connection. Welcome to Kanamo, where big stories meet inspiration. I'm your host tonight, and my name is Brian Opio. Today, we dive into the tale of love, strength, self-discovery with one of the greatest and amazing author, a novelist, very talented, and we're here to discuss beautiful stories that evolved, something that will inspire you, something that will teach you and give you a lot of inspiration in this line of life. As a teenager, don't go nowhere, stick to the end. And allow me to introduce my guest, this amazing author. Please, you're welcome to the show. Introduce yourself to the viewers.
Thank you, Mr. Brian Opio, for hosting me today. To the viewers and everyone who follows us, my name is Muhanguzi Amos. I am a teacher of English language and literature by profession. I teach at St. Gracia's Secondary School, the main campus in Lira.
That's amazing. Welcome to the show. As a writer, we today brought you into the show to talk about your latest book, A Teenager's Fate. Please, let the viewer out there understand, know, what is this? What is this book all about?
Thank you once again, moderator today. My latest novel, A Teenager's Fate, it's brief and inspirational book. It's a book, it's a novel that talks about two things. One, what women go through, especially when they have just gotten married to their husbands and their families don't welcome them because of one or two reasons, but a key one is producing girls, a girl after a girl. First born a girl, second born a girl, and for some good time they feel they are tired of seeing girls alone, and they want to see a heir to the throne. They want to see a person who will make their family continue to multiply. And secondly, we look at why parents give specific names, especially to the boys they will give birth to after such a scuffle with the family. Why do they give such names? What meaning do they carry? And then lastly, the people who carry on these names, in the end, how do they manage to go through the challenges they get as teenagers, as they grow up, as they go to school? And all this is inspired by the name that was given to them. They want to make sure they fulfill what this name or what these names mean. That's what my new book is all about.
Well, you talked about the namings, yeah? That's where you come from. What does your name mean, though?
My name, like I said, is Muhanguzi. Not Muwanguzi. The Baganda say Muwanguzi. We, the Bachiga, in Kavale, where I come from, we say Muhanguzi without W. Ours is H. Muhanguzi, not Muwanguzi.
With M-U-W. Huh? M-U-W?
M-U-W, that is Baganda. M-U-H.
Oh.
That is.
So that's the difference.
Bachiga and partly Banyankole, let me say.
So what does that mean?
My name means the winner. a victor, someone who has won a great battle,
Okay.
or someone who has won something that people have been trying so hard to achieve. But they have failed.
I think that is where the story is inspired from, isn't it?
Yes.
They have been persistently giving girls, and finally you came in.
Yes. A girl, firstborn is a girl, secondborn is a girl. And the family of my dad, they were tired of this. It felt like my dad should marry another wife, which he was not ready to be. And at that moment, I think God came in and
And rescued the situation.
rescued the situation. So my coming into the world solved a great battle between my parents and my grandparents.
It's like the coming of Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Mr. Savior. I don't we call you that.
It's all right.
Well, how do you hope this book speaks to young people navigating love and friendship, trying to figure themselves out?
That's a good question. The age of 13 to 20, that is the age bracket where most of the teenagers mess up their lives. So when you read my story, A Teenager's Fate, you realize that the young man Amon was connected by his sister, the elder sister, to a young, beautiful girl, Liz, in the neighboring secondary school. And the Amon was in a single school. You know, life in the single schools. Liz was in the mixed school studying with a sister to Amon.
To Ammon.
Yes. So we will look at the conflict that sometimes our elders bring to us, especially when they think that they want to create pressure for us. The sister connecting the two looks like she is creating pressure to the brother. She wants to see the brother, happy in this relationship with this new young girl in school who had caught attention of every boy in the school. And she would be very happy seeing the brother, taking up this girl. That would be the joy of the sister.
The sister.
So she didn't know that what she was starting, in the end, it was going to create trouble to the brother. Yeah, so the teenagers out there should learn from this. When they land on this novel, they should read this. They should be able to know how can they cope up with this. Even if you're my sister, even if you're my brother, whatever you're driving me into, first have a second thought on it.
Think about
Because in the end, it may cause the challenges to me and you are not there to help me at that moment. It's me facing the problem alone. That's it.
Well, I remember this your story relates to how when I was in Laibi by Form 1 and Form 2, me and my friend was spotted this young girl out. Single school, you need to prove the boys around you that you can also get there with a girl. Yeah?
Yes.
So I tapped this girl also. Yeah? And there was nothing I could do, but you're in love, right?
Yeah.
And this girl was in a primary school. I mean, senior one, this one is in primary 6. I don't know the school there, but there's nothing you can do. They keep pushing you. Go. She's good. And trust me, if my OBs are watching this, they would be laughing. And then, mesmerize how they used to play me. See, we told you, you're the weaker one. So your friends would be loving you to be what? To be a strong man, they would assume, but not knowing that in the end, you'd land into problems, like you said.
Yeah.
And of course, but I'm glad that maybe got me expelled, but it wasn't her. I went for something else out, and I returned to school very late, and boom, the policemen were already there.
Let me hope what you went by was not going to put you in a position.
No, this one was watching films.
Or maybe like is what she, what she loved, and also
Well, not really. This one, the parents were strict. The only time you would meet her is during what? When they're leaving school, and then we are out. The field was out. We are out for football. You only meet her there, and then you drop her off. Yeah, with the whole team. The boys are behind you escorting, and you're moving. That's how it used to be. But the story of yours has really sparked what used to happen, which is, trust me, guys, this thing is not good, okay? So you as a young person, you don't need to... You don't need to do this when you're very young, okay? Well, it also relates to how over the news lately, a teenager was killed by a father of one girl on Valentine's Day, if I'm to remember well, and it sparked a nationwide thought on how our parents are not being guided. And this story of yours, I think it will bring power to the younger people. At the same time, the elder people, when they read this, how to react when such a scenario of the courtship sparks between younger people. So let's get into this other question. Well, the book touches on some real teen struggles. What do you think is the biggest myth about teenage love that you want to bust out, that you want to tell us?
It's true, the book touches on the so-called real love that teenagers of today, and maybe teenagers of some 1 decade ago, may call real or true love. But after I had gone through the teenagehood up to where I am today, I don't call it real love. And indeed, it's a myth, like you say. To the teenagers, that is the level at which you've started developing feelings, you started developing attraction. The body is demanding. The body is indeed demanding that you should have a companion. And whoever you see beautiful, you feel like, yeah, I can manage this. She's my type. But you forget to know that the same person you're looking at as your type, there are different faces outside there that are looking at the same person as their type. So to the teenagers out there who are watching us, have it in mind that real love at that young age, it's a lie. You're just lying to yourself. You're just trying to, fulfill the urgent demands of your body. But you are not actually looking at the genuine love. And that's why, up to today, if I were to ask you the first girlfriend you got,
Yeah.
you don't know even where she is. You may not be knowing.
Absolutely.
Even if you know maybe where she was born from and maybe the profession that she's in, she actually doesn't even recall that you existed. Because at that time, you were just blindfolded by the so-called real love. But as you grew up and realized that actually what you were in was a mess, there was nothing productive that you were getting out of it. You got to know that it's not just about love. It's not just about the feeling. The genuine love is not just shown by the outside beauty of this person. It is what this heart holds for you. there are many things that we look at. There are many things that as we mature up, we even ask ourselves, for real, what was I doing at that time? Why did I waste my time on that girl? Because you realize that the person you're with at the moment is one helping you to develop, not only in gaining material wealth, but mentally, psychologically. You can now reason with experience. So all that comes as you become mature. There is no need of these young teenagers to rush into relationships. It's a waste of time. What they need is to strategize, have a fruitful young life, let them use it perfectly, let them study hard, let them use what they are being taught in schools to apply it into the real world so that they can solve the problem they may face later.
Now, let me ask you this question. What about now to a teenager who has already gone through your kind of story, about a hardly falling in love with somebody, okay? Somebody who is, maybe the boy already made the girl pregnant at that teenage level, would say. What could be the stand as for you?
Sometimes, as a person, and even the students I teach, I always tell them that I hate the word unwanted pregnancy. Unwanted pregnancy. I hate it. Because I don't believe there is an unwanted pregnancy. Because you go for this when you already know the outcomes.
The outcomes, absolutely.
They have taught you all this from childhood. You know that when I do this, this is the outcome. You are not raped. And maybe in one way or the other, you are the one who enticed this boy to do whatever he did with you. Maybe you even forced a visit to his room or to where he stays. And whatever that happened, and you ended up pregnant. If it has happened, abortion is not the option. It has happened. It's true. I don't think killing this young infant child is going to save you from what you're already going through. My teacher used to tell us that pregnancy is the only proof that you prayed sex.
Refresh that a little bit.
Pregnancy is the only proof that you prayed unprotected sex.
Okay.
And once it happens, you don't need to commit suicide. We have seen children who are born from such kind of situations, and when they grow up, they have a bright future. They are the ones helping their parents. So to you, a teenager, if it has already happened, you don't know the future that that child you're carrying holds for you. In the end, she may be she may be the person to bail you out when you are in problems.
Absolutely.
Yes, so abortion is not the option. It's not the option. The only thing is the parents of the two young teenagers, they need to come into an understanding. These are young people who have faced this. It has already happened. Abortion is criminal. So what do they need to do? The two families need to sit down and understand the situation that their children are going through, so that they find a good way of handling this, instead of one, imprisoning the boy, two, making this girl not go back to school again if she's still studying. And the two, I think, are the greatest mistakes that parents
make. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we are still here with a very wonderful talk. the book is wide and it's all a big life experience to many people out there. You might have gone through the same pathway, but trust me, what Amos is speaking about is teaching me as a parent. Okay, my boy is growing into somebody older. One time he's going to pass through something. But as for me and a young parent out there, because I believe many people young at my age are going to watch this and they must understand that teaching your child from an early stage sex education, right, is key, because they will understand that if I do this, this is the product of it.
Absolutely.
You see? So, from me to you, don't go nowhere. Please subscribe so that you support us bring such wonderful messages to your screens. This is Kanamo. Let's take a break and we come with more and more of this beautiful story. Oh, Amos. What was it like writing into a young boy's journey? Does any of this feel true? Feel like real to you as a boy?
Actually, I'm no longer a boy. I'm now a grown-up teacher, grown-up professional teacher who has seen different teenagers go through my hands. Some are now already professionals also working. So when I sat down to write this, it was such an amazing experience, to a point that I didn't want anyone to call me. I would enter my bedroom and close it. I would put on headsets and play loud music because I didn't want any distraction from whoever would call me. So I really wanted to put in my feelings, my heart into it. So going through this story, when you look at Amon go through as a teenager, his experience comes back to us. We've all been teenagers, most of us. If not the way we are here, I'm sure we are all above the teenage age. So what he goes through, the way he tries to change his image that the relationship had tarnished in school, the way he decided to become a good boy who would now uphold the image of the community, the village, the parents, including his traditional leaders, his involvement in leadership of the school, his transformation from one school to another, because he was from a poor family and bright. So Kiruma SS gave him a bursary to study, but he was given conditions which he had to maintain the performance. This was good for him. So this story comes back to us who have gone through this and those who are still going through it. That while I was writing, I realized that actually some of Amoni's experiences are part of what I personally have gone through. We've been in those weird relationships when we were in secondary, when we were in A-level, even at universities. but we didn't achieve anything from them. So the reality is, what is in the text is real. It's not, however much it is a story of Ammon, there are very many Ammonites out there who are facing exactly what he faced, who have tried to run away from the weird relationships after realizing that they are not achieving anything from them. But these girls stick to them to the point that they even want to commit suicide because they have been left.
I remember days where a girl says that she's not eating in the dormitory because of you. Because I remember when I was head prefect, Lira Town College.
Okay.
So many complaints will be coming, and it's you, the student leader, to handle such situations, and then starts to talk to them, counsel them in a way, and at the same time, now you start bringing a few teachers that are understandable. It's cool. There are those understanding teachers that would talk better, other than this one. Oh, what happened? And you end up being expelled because you're in courtship. But this one, there were teachers that were better enough to talk to it. And it's the same situation here. I think in schools, there are such teachers, and they need to be there. And to you, a teacher, you need to be understanding to some situations, knowing that courtship in school will always be, okay? And some get married in the end, by the way, yeah? But others get wasted at the same time. So you're still here. When I would say you're at the right point, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this to your friends. Share this to your community. Share this to your institution, your schools, and you understand about what this book is all about. Well, Amos, what has been the challenges writing this book? Because I believe as a teacher, most of your time you're in classes, doing prep for your next lessons. How do they call it? I'm not a teacher. Lesson planning, some kind of that. So what has been the challenges writing this book?
Well, there are many challenges that I have faced coming up with this story. I told you that this manuscript, I started writing it when I was in the lockdown, COVID-19.
That's when everybody has nothing to do.
Everybody had nothing to do. It was lockdown, no movements. So I looked for the possible ways that I would make my career better. And as a teacher of English, as a teacher of literature, I sat down, asked myself, I'm not going to waste this time. Which productive work can I come up with that really would enrich my profession? So I started on it. Up to today, I still have my handwritten work. The whole of it, I have it handwritten.
Beautiful.
And I've kept this from Lane. I think I'll keep it for the future because I want, when my son grows up, when my girls grow up, they should be able to read this. They should be able to see that really our dad was hardworking.
Where every story came from.
Yes. They should be able to see. They should be able to see this handwriting of their father.
Because by then there would be just a digital one.
Yes.
Everything
will be digital. These days you have AI, you just scan, they will type for you. But I had it handwritten. I went through it. I typed it myself. But one of the challenges that I've got was storage of this work, because I wanted it to remain intact the way it was.
As it was written.
And when I saved this soft copy to my laptop, it got a virus, and I lost. Of course, I lost the content.
But thank God you had.
I had it handwritten, so I went back and typed it afresh. That was the first challenge I got. The second challenge was getting this perfect person who is going to help you go through your work, to give you a third or a second eye, to show you where here, what if you added this, the story could be better. It was a very big challenge, I admit. Getting those professionals in a language. I had to go back to my professors at university. They went through, they gave me their comments, but time to access them was hard.
Because I'm busy.
They are busy people. Sometimes some of them want you to pay them to go through your work, just to go through and maybe, and you can't blame them. That's why they studied and reached that level. That was the second challenge. The third challenge was getting a publishing house that would be willing to take up your work. Because in Africa, particularly in Uganda, and our neighboring countries, it is very hard to get a publishing house that will take up your work fully. And for you, the author, your work is to write and submit. It's very hard. It is in Europe, in developed countries, you come up with your work and submit. But here is a country that majorly publishing houses will look at self-publishing, which is costly. That is now the fourth challenge, financial aspect. Having this novel out will cost you about 10 million. That is if it is self-publishing. And then when I got this Desha publishing house, and they checked my work, they got interested in my work. They came up with different means of meeting me, and we have a sharing, we have a dialogue about it, and they requested me to allow them take 80% of the costs that I was to incur in having it published. So I really thank this publishing house that it really helped me a lot. So the four challenges, you may go through the first, the second, the third, but if you're not financially stable, it becomes a bit challenging for you to have your work out. Yeah. Basically, those are the four challenges.
Well, about this publishing house, the Desha Publishing House, right? Yeah. Have they been able to complete the book and it's already out?
Yes, the book is already out. It is available. Whoever wants it, it can just contact me directly.
I swear I must be among the first people to have it. I'm a film producer, and you never know how I pick something. When I just say, brother, we struggle though. Make I get this much. And then I can pick a leaf from there and then inspire maybe some other people out there at the same time. I understand this book packs a lot of counseling and guiding concept. And I would say schools. If one of you literature people, my brother is a literature person, Julius Peter Otengo, and I know he's going to watch. He's going to love this book very much. And so far, I'm calling these people from schools to at least give you a hand into this book. So, Chris, let us know whether this book is going to be available for people in schools.
Yeah, it's going to be available for schools, libraries, different bookshops countrywide, and probably by the end of this week, we'll have it uploaded online so that the moment you just go straight on Google, you will directly get it and you can have an insight on what is in this book. We have companies that deal in guidance and counseling, schools, institutions that have guidance and counseling sectors within the schools, the committees that handle guidance and counseling of students, parents outside there. Acquire yourselves copies, they are available. You can contact me directly and then you get yourself a copy. Dive into this, read this. You know, we say that we can only chase ignorance if we read.
In just a few sentences, speaks to somebody who is watching this and somebody who has been inspired by this book. Talk to somebody where they can find this book.
To our viewers out there, the novel A Teenager's Fate is out. You can acquire yourself a copy by contacting me directly on my phone numbers and email on your screen.
Well, Mr. Amos, what next? What's that other project that you have that would be there to inspire the people that watch this channel, Kanamo?
And to whoever is watching this channel, to all the followers and our viewers out there.
Focus there.
It is not just about only reading The Teenager's Fate. Read it, put it into practice. Read it, put it into practice. Do not just read for fantasy. Do not just read for excitement. Read, take the information as educative. I assure you, it's going to change your life. It's not going to leave you the same.
Any projects that will keep inspiring our Kanamo audience?
There is a lot more coming. I'm not only stopping at A Teenager's Fate. More is coming. As a professional writer, professional author, I have a lot that I would wish to put into the public, that I would let our audience, I would wish to let our audience continue watching as they learn. This channel should not only be for entertainment. These stories are there to educate and motivate the listeners so that we see a change in the society. It should not just remain the way it is. Our stories on this channel should be motivational, should be there to change the society into a better tomorrow. More projects coming.
Any last words to the viewers for today?
To our viewers, please keep tuned Listen, view, watch, subscribe, follow us on this channel for more educative, for more inspiring stories.
Well, thank you very much, Amos, and thank you to you who has been tuned to this channel, Kanamo. And of course, if this beautiful story of this book, Teenager's Fate, has packed something inside of you, make sure you like, share, leave a comment. Maybe somebody out there can understand about resilience. Coming back after you've maybe entered into the wrong ditch, you can come still out and then be a good person. Maybe you can understand that life is not just a straight line. You understand? Real talk, real life, real connection. Till next time, I'm your host, Brian Opio.